Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Nowhere Prophet. I'm having a good time with this game. I hope that we're going to continue to unlock new convoys and prophets at a pretty steady clip here, because I'm enjoying how different this setup feels than our last one. Anyway, let's get on with it. Like I said, we're gonna go down the bottom path here. I'm not exactly sure what our whole plan is, but I'd really like to find a path to that if we could. Right next to the road, there was a huge motor wagon that apparently had broken down. A small group of scavengers were already working on it. Well, we could let our Genoir bear just snarl at them. They're brandishing their feeble weapons at me. Breaker, tell them what's what. This was our claim now. If they wanted to keep their lives, they would have to leave the scavenging to us. They bared their teeth, but backed down. The wagon still had plenty of good parts that we systematically harvested, while the scavengers watched on with unconcealed expressions of hatred. Well, I feel kind of bad about that, because probably those scavengers are just, having a real hard time themselves. That seems to be the way of it out here. I didn't really think about, the full implications. I was just like, ooh, yellow text, let's click it. We were just setting up camp when shots were fired in our direction. We dove for cover, yelling orders over the gunfire. Time to fight. Despite the fact that they shot first, we still get to take our turn first. Alright, 7 total health. That's not that much for us to deal. We're pretty good at dealing damage. Let's maybe drop all 3 of these creatures? I think I'm going to drop all 3 of them. I'd really like to see some cheaper stuff. These I'm fine with, though. Okay, well, we certainly don't need the Apostate of the Echo. That's better. That's definitely better. I think let's play the Rage guy. Yeah? Oh, right, the taunt thing. I gotta remember. I want to play people behind the things so that I can play other people in front of... whatever. It's fine. It's all good. Okay, so we could... When a follower joins the enemy, they take 2 damage. Well, obviously that's not okay. So... we do Light Blast plus Scratch to just kill him and get in for 4, right? And now we have quite lethal just sitting on the table, and we can... I'm a little leery of playing the Graham. I think what we're actually going to do here... I forgot that we even had this. I gotta remember what our gimmicks were. I'm not going to play the Graham because I'm a little worried about it getting killed. This guy's blessed, and yeah, it's fine. I'm less worried about him getting suddenly blown up. Alright, a 1-2 taunt does not actually help you that much, because Rage. Alright, well, we have an opportunity to use our Rage here. I guess there's nothing I can do to give the blessing to anybody else. That's a motivation to have played the Graham, right? It's that I could have gotten it a blessing. Still, I was leery. I think this is fine. This is a fine outcome. Maybe not the most optimal, but I was like... I don't know. A Black Scale Graham that's wounded is a good card, but it's also a card I feel kind of bad playing because it might die. Well, I think there's no reason not to go for the market, and I think we potentially need to... Oh, there's a market here too. Okay. We need to be doing whatever we can to potentially acquire more luxury goods, right? We spotted something odd on a hilltop nearby. Upon closer investigation, we found a chaotic assembly of animal skulls and colored fabrics forming a pyramid. This could be marking the territory of a nearby tribe or settlement, so we warily moved on. I wonder if I would have had some other options there if I'd had a particular kind of follower. The hot springs were simply serene. Their heavy mineral scent made our head heavy, but the water was comfortable, warm, and soothing. Multiple sets of animal tracks could be seen along the shore of the springs. I want to track a harmless animal. Wait. I was thinking for a second there, track a dangerous animal means we'll get in a fight, but maybe we're going to be recruiting this animal. Maybe we'll be taking it under our control. Let's track a dangerous animal. Our group of hunters eventually caught up with the animals responsible for the tracks, an angry group of alpha predators. Attack or just go to sleep. Hey, there's some alpha predators. Let's just close our eyes. Now let's fight them. Maybe we'll get something cool for it. Level 1 enemy with only 6 health. Seems pretty doable. You are not in my opening hand. Okay, I'm fine with these cards. Let's play... I guess maybe I should have dropped the push, because the push is not immediately useful. But, maybe they'll play a guy in front of an obstacle and we'll get to do a thing. It's fine. So do I want to play Ranger Deserter, or do I just want to get my Ranger out? Because, I mean, the Ranger makes life very difficult for the enemy. I think we want to get the Ranger out first. And we're not going to put Taunt on our Ranger. Look at me. Kind of learning, sort of. Alright. Jarun Climber, not a big deal. Also not a big deal. A biggish deal. Bigger. That's a lot of creatures. Oh, good. So also a damage thing? No, okay, bolster. Bolster's fine. I was gonna slice that guy no matter what, so bolster is very fine. So we bolster, or we do that. We knock one of you down to 0-2. And we push the other one. And then we eat this guy. Go to the dome. And then play Ram Rager. And also go to the dome. Yeah. And then we're, maybe we're going to be able to get a blessing here. Or maybe not. Okay, that was easy enough. I'm gonna scrap one of these. Let's see if we draw a charger. Nope. Okay, well, I guess we're getting another, yet another blessing for the Ranger. Okay, bones and meat, both fine. Neither thing gives hope. Really hoping for some hope. Let's sell off all of our garbage. I mean, we did get more batteries worth of stuff, at least. Unfortunately, they do not have any luxuries here. This would give us paralyzing gas. Both leaders lose an energy cell. Oh, I do think that's better for our deck than it will generally be for other people's. Do I have an equipment slot open right now? I don't. But we could drop like is our machinist robe? That was my Discord, not yours. Don't worry about it. As much as I don't love Pain as Wisdom, I think it's like... I don't know, sorry, I do love Pain as Wisdom. I don't love this one. Yeah, this is like fine, not great. It is only 1 armor. It might be better for us to unequip this. I'm gonna buy that gas. I think that gas is quite good for our deck. Also, it's cheap. Might, to mute Discord here a second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, this is... Do we want to buy anything else? Could we buy anything else? No, everything else is too expensive. Alright, we can definitely afford some heals. Do we have another injured follower outside of our deck? We don't. So let's do this. I guess let's use all of the heals on ourselves. Oh, I do have a level up. Spark, Overcharge, and Inspiration. I'm not wild about Overcharge. Like, it'll let you go off, but we almost never are in a situation where it would really even be beneficial to go off this way. It might just be a problem of this not being great for our deck. So Spark versus Inspiration, I think is... I think I'm going to take the Inspiration. Equip ourselves a Syngas Bomb. Do I want to destroy the Crusader armor? It just makes a lure. No, we'll hold on to it. Maybe I'll change my mind about this. Maybe we'll just sell it eventually. So we're not going to pop the oils yet. There's no reason to pop them yet. Oh, right. The whole reason I came in here was to look at my actual HP. So 36. We have just enough, almost enough to go back to full health. And do we want to cut something from the deck? Maybe not. It's probably okay to add a draw spell without cutting anything. We could cut the Choking Fog. Most of the time, the Choking Fog's not going to be great. I think I'm going to do it. I know that it potentially is powerful. Sometimes it feeds us a whole bunch of kills all at once. You know what? I'm going to take the pull out instead, I think. We're more likely to get value out of push than pull for the reasons that we saw there. Maybe? I don't know. But it feels bad not to make the deck small, right? Okay, we don't quite have enough to level up again, although we do have enough XP. Okay, well, I guess we're good here then. I don't want to sell the armor. I don't yet know for sure that we're done with it. Let us go to a safe place to camp. So we don't need to heal... Do I want to spend 5 food to heal 1 health? Given how much food we have, it's possible that... You know what, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I think that was right. We have so much food that a loss of food is almost no cost at all. Alright, I'm taking a chance here. There's got to be another path off of that, right? As the convoy took a break to clear the road ahead of us, Head quietly came to me. I know this was unusual. Oh, it's the birthday thing. Yeah, we could spare plenty. We had tons of food. Let's have a party. As we finished setting up camp, Ogoru and I pooled plenty of rations and called the whole camp in to celebrate the occasion. Head almost cried at the sight of all that bounty, and everyone feasted heartily as the joyous mood spread throughout the camp and persisted for days. Wonderful. What an outcome. And yeah, there was definitely more path there. Okay, what is at this market? Oh, beautiful. Okay, so... we would only get 8 batteries for that. And 19, sadly, is not enough to buy anything. Well, that's a shame. Not much we could do about it, though. I could sell our extra armor and level up, I suppose. Maybe that's worth doing. Oh, sorry, this is not how I would do that. I would go here. Sell. I'm gonna do it. We'll take the level up. Show me something really cool. Okay, Crippling Strike is great. Deal 2 damage to target follower, and if they're killed, draw a leader card. Oh man, these are all super good. These are all really, really relevant to our situation. I like... The Crippling Strike is effectively 2 damage a lot of the time. But it also has a meaningful effect on an enemy that you can't kill with it. We already have sources of 2 damage. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to take Slash. I know this is like not a very sophisticated move, but we don't have a lot of ways of dealing 3 damage. Helps us deal with larger creatures. And then, do I want to also drop Push? It's certainly the least impactful card we have, but obviously it's, you know, it's 0 cost. It's not going to be super impactful. Maybe I should cut something heavy. I'm going to drop the Choking Fog. We got 1 good use out of it, but I think I'm hoping too hard for an optimal situation that's too unlikely. But there's just not enough good reasons to keep it in. I kind of want to go this way just to see where it will lead us. I guess we can't really afford to screw around. We don't have enough hope. Our convoy approached a fortified structure. Smoke rises from a handful of buildings, and guards are watching us from towers. Let us investigate. Check around the fort. Reported back after a while this wasn't a normal settlement, and there are snipers hiding in the fort's margins. Let's just move on. I see no value in that fight. As the sun slowly sank toward the horizon, a flock of dark-feathered dragon crows filled the sky and followed us, cawing and wheeling. Black birds in a red sky. This is a dark omen. No, don't believe in dark omens. That's no good for me. Okay, we gotta spread out the edible oils. Butter, ghee, or other edible fats and oils can make food a lot more nourishing and tasty. Also, we're gonna draw an extra card at the start of our next thing. Weird how close together those nodes are. The road led past gigantic boulders that were perfectly set up to hide a whole army of foes. We had the caravan already on alert when the inevitable happened, and bandits started to fire at us from their rocky cover. Okay. 2 armor, 7 health. And considerably more difficult. We probably don't need both of the charge bears. I think I do want to keep one. Okay, so... is it just Jaroon Climber? I forgot that we were gonna lose energy. Or I might have cycled the Jaguar Bear. I think I'll just drop it now. Crashjacker was not a good follow-up. Let's play you, and I'm gonna bolster him right now, so that we have ourselves free for next turn. I think opening with a 3/3 is perfectly reasonable. Okay. So is it Rager / this guy? It just go to the face for 4? Obviously the Rager's not great against the Hermit. Or we could just attack, play our Ranger. Well, our Ranger just gets traded with by a guy who cost less than he did, so that's probably not that good of a play. I think let's blow this guy up, and then I'm gonna scrap Decoy Phalanx, which is pretty bad given the terrain here. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna eat this guy, and then we'll play the Rager in charge. Ooh, that's a shame. And the enemy leader, huh? It's a powerful card. Alright, he's still got quite a hand left. Well, that's interesting. So we could play Ranger into Black Scale, potentially, or like Ranger, Spark, Inspiration, and just see what comes up. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. We gotta get some cards out of our hand here so that we can actually draw 2 leader cards. Energy reloads, scratch that dude, probably? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Oh, right. I totally just played it. Okay. This feels powerful. I mean, obviously there's a risk of the Black Scale Graham getting blown up. That's a pretty good pull. He's going to be real annoyed by our push. Alright, that was not the outcome you were looking for. So who gets the kill? I guess I don't know if it is the Black Scale Graham, honestly. I think I would rather have the Graham Rager up at 2-1. Surprise 2 damage, I think, is more meaningful. So... oh, wait. We can't make that happen, can we? Yeah, unfortunately, the way our damage is set up, only the guys who have 4 power can actually get the kill. Alright, well. That's fine. Still good. Oh, edible oils. What a wonderful find. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area, as they often do. Let's check out the Hermit's sanctum. Huddled around a small fire with a Goru and the stars above us, we kept watch at the front of the convoy. Slowly, the stars started blinking, like the many tiny lights within the crypt, and I knew I wasn't seeing the sky anymore, but rather one of the images the machine spirit had sent me. I felt like I was deep underground, hidden and guarded, safe in an infinite forest of black glass. I knew that I held the key to this secret. Only a technopath could store this knowledge in their mind. Only an operator could unlock the gate. And among these lucky few, I was the only one with the knowledge. As the image started to fade, I noticed a faint blue glow emanating from my core, and Ogoru stared at me, the after-images reflecting in his eyes. What did you see? Or actually, the way this guy's dressed is probably more like,
What did you see?
I'm going to speak about the vision, because I imagine this will bring hope to our people. Hell yeah. I explained the image I had seen, the key I had been given, and how only an operator could open the crypt. Once I was done, Ogoru let out a long breath and touched his heart, then his forehead with his right hand, performing a mudra of humility. I'm not familiar with that word. Mudra, or maybe mudra? Looks like mudra. Symbolic hand gesture used in Hindu and Buddhist ceremonies and statuary and in Indian dance. Okay. Hey, there you go. Both of us spent the rest of our watch in silence, looking up quietly at the stars, for hope and also a believer point. We stopped the caravan when we reached a wild assembly of huts featuring bright flags decorating both buildings and bushes close to a small wall. Beyond the village, further up the cliff face, we could see a brightly lit cave with a small path leading up to it. A few curious people, just as colorful as their small hamlet, stared at us. Okay, well, I don't really need to heal myself. We're probably doing heal followers. Let's explore first, and then if anybody gets wounded, I mean, we're probably going to heal followers either way. Praised be Sri Ka, the right path, travelers, said a friendly woman with a withered arm looking up from her sewing. A few people were praying, facing the sun, but most continued with their work. Many of the villagers we saw bore some kind of scars. Dull eyes, a missing leg, burn marks, and other grisly signs. We'll of course enter the village. We were just told this was the right path. We entered the simple village. The seamstress welcomed us with a bow. I was like you once. I came here looking for Sri Ka to heal my arm, but I found so much more. She started speaking about her sadhu. Like so many, she originally arrived because of Sri Ka's healing powers, but instead of making her body whole again, the godman showed her how to heal her spirit. I am at peace now. My next life will be truly blessed, she concluded, while finishing intricate work embroidering a colorful prayer flag. I don't know that questioning their faith is going to be very healthy for us here. Let us learn from them. I'm also not into plundering a village right now. Hey, that's a bunch of hope. These people had achieved a sense of peace and purpose in this world. There was much to learn from them and their teacher. We ended up discussing the teachings of Sri Ka long into the night. That was a pretty good outcome. What about this cave? The way up to the cave was a series of polished steps chiseled into the rock. The cave's mouth was beautifully decorated with flowers and colorful ribbons, and small candles and sticks of incense glowed within. We stepped into the cave itself. It was surprisingly lavishly furnished. It had a small altar with flowers, soft carpets, and an abundance of candles. Sri Ka, wearing ornate bright orange robes, sat in a lotus position, his eyes closed and one hand raised. His wild gray hair and beard were woven into thick locks, held together by beads and knots. Huh. Well, I don't really need to heal my body. I'm kind of curious about my spirit. Is my spirit okay? I feel like my spirit's okay. I'm going to heal the spirit. Okay, just more hope. Hey, that's exactly what we needed. The wise man started preaching a lesson about how only a virtuous and proper life could free one from the wheel of reincarnation. The damned were forever locked to this planet. Only those who could truly let go of their selves would be able to leave the wheel of Soma behind. Their souls could be born again on a better world, or perhaps even become a part of the cosmos itself. We are really ranking up the believer points here. The wise man started preaching a lesson about how only a virtuous and proper life... Oh, that's the same text. What am I doing? I looked away for a second and I just assumed it had changed in the interim. Sadly, we cannot donate to the wise man. Okay, so 14 hope worth of edible oils, and we're all the way back up at 20. This has been very useful. Also, just kind of generally neat. So is there anything else I wanted to experience here? There is a teacher shrine. We don't have a lot of batteries, though. Well, let's go here. Let's just continue forward, instead of backing up. The tale of my vision by the fireside had spread in the convoy. I found myself relaxing in the shade, resting alongside the others, when the questions came. Are all operators among the exalted like you? You know what? Technopathy? Technopathy? It's human, whatever it is, it's human-made, not holy. The ability to sense and manipulate the pulse of machines is not a sign of divinity. It's merely a skill, like firing a rifle or weaving a basket. It makes those of us who mastered it powerful, but not righteous. I maybe should have gone the other way, since we're building up believer points. I could have, leaned into the thing here. Just off the road, we found an abandoned camp, possibly belonging to some scavengers. It had long been deserted by its inhabitants, but they left us some minerals and also some fancy hides. That was nice of them. So we could back up and get food. I mean, we're in pretty good shape here. So if we go straight, we can get to the end without having to spend our luxury good, but I think we also need to make sure that we're powering up and getting loot and stuff. So I'm going to take us to the combat encounter first. Plus, who knows what good rewards might be? What good rewards might mean here. Maybe they'll actually be really good. The sun had barely risen above the horizon when a small group of people came stumbling down the path through the gray morning mist. It was a man and various family members dressed in rags and pulling their meager belongings in a handcart. I am willing to take the chance of waving them closer. I'd love to bestow some food on them if they need it. We waved at the man, signaling him to come closer and join us. He gave us a frightened look and hurried his family members down the road away from us. Well, the loss of 1 point of hope probably doesn't matter. That's fine. Alright, suddenly, the enemies were upon us. You go first. Level 4 elite with 10 health. Alright. I'm ready for this. I like Hidden Strike a lot. I like a bunch of 2s and 3s when we know we're gonna only have 2, what do you call it? Energy cells. I think this is fine. Let's get that 5-1 out there. This is a piece of equipment. Okay, I'm excited about a piece of equipment. Okay, that's like a really bad turn for them. I'm excited about this. So, I think we want to use the slash rather than the hidden strike. Obviously, the hidden strike has is not necessarily going to actually be usable in the future, but usually the AI plays stuff that is not yet damaged, right? And then let's drop the Rinchable, or maybe this other black scale. I'm just trying to figure out what do I think I'm going to need in the future. It's going to be a while before we're on 5. Okay, a Jaguar Bear. That's a fine draw. If they don't manage to deal with our stuff here, we can play the Jaguar Bear. I was going to say play the Jaguar Bear, eat the equipment cache, and then kill the enemy. We are not quite going to be able to do that. So we have to decide. Do we want the equipment cache badly enough to take a wound for it? Because that's what's going to happen, right? They're going to use their sniper to injure one of our guys. I think I do. I think I really want to see that. So we'll bear, eat you, eat the equipment cache, and then there's no card I could draw that would allow me to actually kill this guy. Right? We have free 1 damage, but not free 2 damage. I'm going to just cycle the Chieftain and end turn. That's most of his energy. Okay, that's not a big deal. Yeah. Okay, that's not a big deal. We win. I guess actually I should... I'm not going to be able to draw anything that's going to make a difference here, I don't think. But yeah, I just wanted to see. Who knows? We could have drawn a new card that had 5 power and also charge and needed a blessing, right? That's a thing that exists in our deck. 1 armor. When a follower with cost 6 or more joins your side, a beast joins your side. This is not a thing we're going to be able to use very much. Gear up is interesting. But yeah, we're definitely not going to use that piece of equipment. Okay, we took some wounds there, more than I'm totally capable, or more than I'm totally comfortable with. We took on some new wounded followers. I don't think I really want to change our deck up very much. I think I'm pretty happy with it as it is. We could cut some heavies, since we kind of changed our strategy a little bit. I think we're probably fine. Sniper Barrier. That's a cool guy. But no, I think we're fine. Alright. I don't want to threaten them. I mean, I kind of want to let our beasts snarl at them. If I don't have the option to be friendly with them, then we should take stuff. I feel bad about it. But it's like, it's in keeping with our character, right? It's sort of the version of this thing we're playing. We did lose a point of altruist, which is only fair. We got a bunch of batteries. Perfectly reasonable. A little off the road, we got all kinds of food. Did you know we sometimes have food? Oh, sorry, this isn't what I want. I want to do enter camp, edible oils. Do we go to the market, or do we go do another fight? Is this market, does it have a place to heal? Doesn't say so. I'm a little worried that going to do another fight and then going to do the boss fight right after is maybe going to end up with us losing some people. Let's just press on here. It was late when we reached the palace, when we reached the place, and the evening was filled with the sound of drunken revelry. Careful, warned Jalila. There are many cutthroats here. I would like to let the convoy relax. Oh, that's beautiful. Many of our followers mingled with the locals, spending our precious batteries on entertainment. It was a welcome change from the exhausting and dreary travel. What have they at this market? Space plate. Scrap a card, a random attack card in your hand deals +1 damage. Oh, that's neat. That's a neat piece of gear. And then some beam rifles. Oh, that's super good. What a good thing to have. Why are these different costs? I don't know, they're the same card. Ballistic shield. Okay, that's pretty good too. So let's sell off all of our junk here. That gives us 42, maybe as much as 51. I'm thinking we probably just buy some luxuries. The space plate is very good. But if we buy this, we won't have enough, even if we sell the other armor, we won't have enough to buy any luxuries. You know what? Hold on. No, okay, never mind. I was thinking this was a place where there were other things to explore. I think I want this. Yeah. Alright. Here's what we want. So, if we drop this thing, which we're not getting a ton of use out of, frankly, as much as I like pain as wisdom. Unequip. Then equip our space plate. Machinist robes would sell for an additional 13. So we could get up to 21, 34, which would allow us to buy something. Let's do it. Let's buy some sweets. Or maybe let's... How much do I need to level up? Because I totally have a level up available. 15. Alright, let's just sell the worst robes and then use the batteries to level up. Show me cool stuff. Oh, I thought... It looked like there was an effect on this. I thought maybe it was going to be super cool. Deal 1 damage to target follower. Shuffle a copy of this card into your deck with +1 damage. Oh, that's neat. Or just straight up. I kind of like 1,000 cuts, especially if we can prod it up with energy our weapon or the new armor that we just got. I like it a lot. That's definitely the right card. Also, our profit is mighty. Do we want to drop a push? I think I'm going to drop the push. I'm gaining more respect for push and pull. Wondering if maybe... It's really hard to use decoy phalanx, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to drop decoy phalanx. I've been having a really hard time. A lot of the time we draw it and it's just like no good. In ways that we don't have a lot of control over. Because it's so related to the terrain the battlefield is taking place on. Alright, let's just head up to the Royal Keep. A deep gurgle. A painful snap. With a spray of water, a giant armored lizard emerged from one of the rice paddies surrounding the city. A farmer's arm clutched in its maw. Its lazy eyes slowly turned to us, and it seemed to ponder us. It scratched its head for a second, eyes closed, almost disinterested. Then it opened them again, dropped the bloody limb, and ambled over to us. It looked like it had made up its mind, and decided we were a morsel worth the trouble. I think it will change its mind about that. So, after you take damage from a follower, if you have no armor, destroy that follower once per turn, 4 uses. Yo, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Alright, well, let me drop all of these. I'm going to keep those 2, though. Well, I'm gonna scrap this. I'm gonna use this. Okay, it was 2. That's what I thought. I was kind of hoping that would land on Light Blast. Let's play a Jaroon Climber and a Deserter. And then, do I want to bolster one of them just for efficient energy use? This sucks, this highly venomous thing. What an interesting restriction. I think I'm going to put it on him. So we want to try to gather up and hit them all at once if we can. And this prevents me from playing a creature, though. Let me scrap Infect. We'll hope to draw, like, Scratch or something. Well, that's not what I was looking for. I'll play it, though. Maybe we'll draw Scratch or something. Yeah, alright. We don't get to kill this guy and also play another guy. We can do 3 damage to the enemy this turn. Oh, if you... I was thinking that it was if he got hit while he had no armor, but yeah, it's after you take damage if you... So I could have safely poked him with this guy. I mean, I can safely poke him with this guy now. Yeah, that was stupid. What am I doing? Alright, that guy having 3 toughness is not a problem. Okay. Let's just slash and play one of my guys. We could scrap the spark looking for... No, I'm not going to find any... I'm not going to find a cheaper way of dealing with this guy. Just do that. Not attack, because I'm learning. And I'm capable of learning. And then... pass? Maybe scrap the spark? I'm going to scrap the spark. Okay, that's a card I feel more comfortable passing with my in my hand. Okay, that's interesting. Well, let's give him the 1,000 cuts. And we'll Hidden Strike this guy. Hit you for 2, which will not trigger the Venom. And then Black scalegram. And I guess, can I? Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's open that hole up. And to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of like all of our cards. I think all of our cards are good and relevant in this situation. You're not wrong. That bull is overwhelming. Obstacle with cover. That is insufficient to save your life. Right, so we have one of the grams eat the poison, and then the other gram and this guy attack, and that's lethal, right? No, 14. What am I braining here? So we don't have a way of getting to lethal. We can't kill the bull? No, we totally can. Then we play this Rage Man. Nobody can attack safely, but next turn we can put up a truly horrific amount of damage. Okay. That's a good way for him to use his energy. Alright. So just like, you take the destruction. And we get him for... There's unfortunately no way to hand the damage to this guy. Or to hand the killing blow to him. There we go, that wasn't so bad. Couple of wounds. Ooh, we gained some new beasts. A Gram Pup and a Kijat Youngling. Well, those cards are okay. Some of those cards are okay. The Ziggurat stretched toward the skies before us. This was the home of the infamous Raj. Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. I remember this guy. Alright, let's start by going to the market. Selling things we don't need. Thing is, we know we're going to get into some events, right? So let's have batteries when we do the events, and then we'll go shopping. I'm also totally down to heal some followers right now, just in case of stuff that occurs during events. Okay. The palace. The Ziggurat was open for travelers, but we had to lay down our weapons. The richly dressed bureaucrat brought us to a larger tower in the center of the former prison with sumptuous views of the rest of the Ziggurat. It was lavishly decorated with golden silks and carpets, as well as a small army of slaves ever busy to keep it tidy. Older man dressed in expensive black silks. Okay. I don't want to leave. I mean, maybe I do. Are we ever going to be able to play this dude? Probably not, right? And part of me is just like, hold on to the legendary. What if you get into a battle where you actually get to 9? You'll be so happy you had him. And you're not wrong. And also, he plays really well with our, like, barrage of low-cost leader cards. No, let's ask about the job. He would like for us to conduct a mission for him. It's going to be to beat up poor people, isn't it? Need you to deliver some weapons. The local political climate needs change. Oh yeah, no, I'm down with this. This is cool. Arm the slaves. I remember this. Instructed to carry the weapons to a barracks. If a guard were to discover us, we should show no mercy. Head, go do the thing. Alright. We did it. We're heroes, maybe. We have done a thing that's going to get a lot of people killed. Hopefully mostly bad people. Alright, entrance to the Ziggurat was allowed. We were told that the entire complex used to be a prison before the fall. Here in the former cell blocks, the more influential citizens had made their homes, all in sight of the main control center that was now called the Palace. We don't really need to hire help. We took a stroll through the area. The living quarters were quite small and were mostly created by joining together several former cells. Our attention was suddenly grabbed by an argument between a man who claimed to be a true-born Raj guard and a youngster who had only recently joined the ranks of the guard. Apparently the true-born could trace their lineage all the way back to the pre-crash prison times. Oh, prestigious. Our convoy set up camp just at the edge of the settlement in front of the Ziggurat. There was ample space around the entrances where guards kept a watchful eye and slaves were sold to the highest bidder. Let's explore the city. Enjoying our brief contact with civilization, we went to the local food market to eat and chat with the locals. An animal trainer paid us a drink and praised the Raj for protecting them from the increasingly hostile cannibals. Okay, well, we learned some stuff. That was useful. I will totally spend food to heal to full, because there's no reason not to. And then I guess let's have a look at their market. So we don't have anything new to sell. We could buy some sweets. I may buy some sweets. That might happen. Or we could recruit some followers. Ooh, a Graham Howler. Look at that guy. Taunt Brawl. When he takes damage, spawn a bunch of pups. I mean, we'd never be able to play him, but that's a cool guy. Revenge. If this unit is not a token, gain 3 batteries. That's interesting. 2 for a 3/2 first strike. Oh, whoa, look at how good this card is. Yo, Tribal Striker, welcome aboard. And then, like, Bandit Sapper's pretty good. It's kind of like it has charge. Slave Gladiator, honestly, would also probably be pretty good for us. Can't buy them both. Let's take Bandit Sapper. Plays really well with the way our whole deck is going. Then we gotta fiddle with our deck here a little bit. So you're in, you're in. Head has done some fine work for us, and I think is just, in general, a very good card for our strategy. Sniper Barrier is kind of cool. And then, like, we're probably never going to play some of these higher cost cards. Like, let's drop the Chieftain. Bleak Rider's powerful, and 5's not that high. The Spark Shaman is kind of a things got out of control kind of card, and our whole deck is kind of built around making sure that we have the dudes on the board, so let's drop you as well. I don't want to drop too much heavy stuff, because, you know, I don't want to play out all of our cards and end up with no power. But I think this might be better. Still don't know what a rock is. So maybe we should play this guy so that we know what a rock card does. And then I'm not wild about the Kijat Youngling. I guess there are times when there are big scary enemies. Enemies that we don't really have a way of dealing with. I probably don't need 3 Black Scale Groms. Maybe. I'm going to cut one of the Black Scale Groms. So our Convoy deck is 18 cards right now. It's definitely inconsistent. But we also want to have the way the wound system works motivates us to have a large number of cards, right? So that we have a diverse group of people who could take a hit. I'm going to cut the Crash Jacker. I don't think we're ever going to play Crash Jacker. And maybe we leave it like this. I mean, it could certainly be more consistent, but it's not bad. I think let's leave it there. So we no longer have any batteries with which to do anything. I guess we're just done here. And we were not given a choice of the next area. At some point we'll be headed to the Rajgard Glory Seeker. I think we know exactly how he intends to seek glory. Or try to find our way over to an abandoned refinery as well, but that all sounds like stuff for the next episode. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm really pleased with how smoothly that episode went, and I'm sure I'm not totally jinxing us for the next one. Come back next time to see if that confidence is well-founded. And we'll see you then.